Welcome back to the Daily Intermission Podcast, Season 2, Episode 38. My name is Greg. We are joined in studio by Nathan Brown. Fresh off the birthday. How we doing, bud?
Not too bad. Solid birthday. Had that mic a little far away. Got some goodies. Kind of got some fresh new shoes, some solid underwear.
Yeah.
So I'm fired up for that. A round of golf in, nice day. And I watched the Caps get the wheels beat off them.
Yeah, so it's overall good birthday?
Yeah, I mean, minus the Caps blowing a 3-0 lead. And anyway.
Yeah, first men's night of the year was Nate's birthday, so yesterday. And so men's night for all of the individuals listening. We are Kenwell Golf and Country Club every Wednesday. It's kind of a men's league. It's a tournament-style golf. And
sick.
Yeah, it's good fun. I mean, all of the people compete, and there's money on the line, and things didn't go as planned.
No.
In the scoring department.
No, they did not.
No.
I mean, I started off like a PGA pro.
Yeah, Nate Birdie's the first on a tucked pin. I was like, this guy might shoot a career low today.
I was thinking that too. And then, next thing you know, I was in the bunker.
Yes.
And then I was in another bunker.
Yeah.
And then I took a quad.
Yeah.
And then I took a triple.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up shooting 92.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ended up shooting 92.
Wheels absolutely plummeted.
No, it was a good day, but there was a lot of, we were playing with a couple other individuals who are very animated when they were upset. So, and Nate is as well. There was a lot of clubs thrown, a lot of slammed clubs.
I want to count. I'm trying to count right now how many I had.
You had a few huge ones, a few outrageous ones.
They were on the quad. That was on the quad hole.
Okay.
I blew one. I think that was the first chuck.
Yeah.
The quad chuck. I think I might have counted like maybe 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah.
One dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Almost snapped my wedge.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was, you got to be careful, but no, it was a good time. It was a good time. A lot of F-bombs thrown around, but first man's end in the year is concluded. I was 79 for the people wondering, and yes, I'm not happy about it. Nate, continuing the pregame show, but I guess we haven't mentioned about Manscaped, but we all know the drill. It's the best tools for your family jewels. Get that thing cleaned up for all of the people in your life. Use the code TDI for 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com.
Just thinking all the people in your life.
Yeah.
Your parents and
your mustache gets a little strangly. You want to be looking cleaned up.
Exactly.
You want to be looking presentable.
You do.
Nate, Tom Brady, an announcement came out this week. I'm not sure how much skepticism we should put into this, because I am fairly skeptical that he'll be joining the broadcast booth once his career concludes. But it says that he'll be joining Kevin Burkhardt in the booth in the NFL once his career concludes. 10 years, $375 million for Tom Brady to commentate. And this is a guy who's still playing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, this is more than he makes in a year, right? In playing NFL. It's close.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's definitely close.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
It's like $37 million a year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, holy smokingtons, man. I just don't get the 10-year deal. Like, how?
Well, it's challenging for me to understand is this guy's never done it. So, how do you know that people are going to enjoy it? Like people, fell in love with Tony Romo calling the plays and predicting what was going to happen and analyzing. Peyton Manning's done really well in the Manning cast. Peyton's got a big personality. We haven't really seen Brady in that light, in that spotlight, in terms of showing off a lot of personality. We'll see. Obviously Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. It's the greatest player of all time. So it will get views But we'll see what happens. I think that he was leaving football to spend more time with his family. He'll be all over the place, calling football games.
Unless it's just set for if maybe he's every other week or something. Who knows what the deal is?
Yeah, no, I think it would be every week. They'd be prime time, and it would be all over the United States. But I guess if you PJ'd in that Sunday morning, did the game, and then PJ'd out,
it's not that bad.
Be one day a week.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
He's pretty funny in some of the clips you see too.
Oh yeah,
he's always got some funny stuff.
For sure. Obviously too, he's watched film on every single team, thousands of times, so he'd be able to break down the plays just like Romo does.
Oh yeah,
and be able to tell you, with his verbiage, his football verbiage. So I think he'd be pretty good. But it's just an outrageous headline that leaked that the offer is on the table for Tom Brady once he retires. But we'll see what happens there. Nate, the F1 moved to Miami this week. Continue on in the pregame show, and Max Verstappen, big dub, throw on a football helmet. There's a lot of stars there. I know Brady was hanging out with Lewis Hamilton. Josh Allen was in the building. But I think that's one thing I do want to go check out one day is an F1 event.
Yeah, well, that one was super cool. They had the fake water and stuff
going
on. That would have been pretty fun. I don't really get what the fake water was all about.
Well, just for visuals.
For the visuals.
Yeah. I mean, you know how they do it down in Miami. It's A class. So
I get a few beers in me though. I'd be hopping in that fake water.
Do you think you'd ever take an F1 car around the track and go like 300 kilometers an hour?
No.
Yeah,
well, it would be pretty cool, but holy smokes.
That's fast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, you ever been in the car when someone gets going and it's like 180?
Oh, man.
And you're like,
all right, you're just not supposed to be going that fast.
Yeah, it's like, this is why you asked your cars go this quickly.
Well, that is a good question. It's like, if the maximum speed limit is like 110, 120, why don't cars get governed at like 130, 140?
Yeah.
Like, nah, we'll just let some guy go 220 miles an hour, cause a huge crash, or get arrested for stunting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's weird.
If it's available to people, some people will take it
100%. But then you got that like Autobahn in Germany or whatever.
Yeah.
No speed limit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which is just insane.
That's got to be on the bucket list as well.
That would be crazy.
Get a sports car and just absolutely go.
Yeah. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I would be probably in full gear though.
I'd take the F1 out. On the highway.
Oh my, that would be insane.
Imagine that.
Oh my goodness. Nate, just to conclude the pregame show today, Kayvon Thibodeau, our guy from Oregon, went 5th overall to New York. He has donated $50,000 to charity for Graham Gano's number 5. So Graham Gano was acquired by the Giants in 2020. Wore the number 5. Kayvon Thibodeau likes the number 5. That's always an interesting thing in sports, Nate. When a guy gets acquired at the deadline or on the offseason and he wants a number, you hear a lot of times a Rolex exchange is a popular one, but he had to donate $50K to charity, which I think is reasonable for a guy who was in the top 5. I think he'll be making north of $10 million this year. So yeah, gets the number 5 and he'll be wearing it with pride.
That's awesome, and his draft number.
Gotta love it. Very true.
Gotta love that. You love seeing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that'll conclude the pregame show, Nate. We're hopping fiercely into quarter 1, which is the National Basketball Association, which Nikola Jokic was announced as the back-to-back MVP, the regular season MVP. He averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists. Pretty solid for a big man. He was the first player ever to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. I don't know if they just make up those categories and those milestones as we go, but he was the first player to do it.
It seems like it's just like, and we'll also add in secondary assists. It's like, well, those aren't even counted.
Yeah. But no, a great year. I mean, you look at the Denver Nuggets, who ended up making the playoffs. They were without Jamal Murray all season long. They missed Michael Porter Jr., I think, for half the season. So, he carried the load. His number 2 and number 3 guy were out most of the season, and he was a playoff team, and he brings it most nights. Like, you really can't go wrong, I think, with those 3 in terms of Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis. I think if any of those 3 guys would have won it, I think everybody would have been like, yeah, okay.
Makes sense. The voting wasn't particularly too close either.
No.
Jokic won by a fair bit. So
yeah,
I thought it was going to be close. I thought Embiid was going to get it.
So did I. I had a feeling Embiid was going to get it as well. But you know what? Maybe next season. Yeah. He's a bit of a softie, as we've seen. So
no kidding. Still got the Freddy Krueger mask going in full force.
No, for sure. But speaking of the 76ers, Nate, they're down 3-2. They're heading home tonight. Mm-hmm. We'll see Embiid in the mask. Do you think they can send this game to 7 or the series to 7? I mean, the Heat handled them fairly easily in Miami in Game 5. It'll be interesting, man. I think the Sixers will bring it home. I think they're gonna rely on. I mean, you know what Embiid's gonna bring to the table. He's gonna be a menace in the paint. He's gonna be hard to handle. I think James Harden and Tyrese Maxey need to have big games.
Yeah, I was gonna say the X factor here is James Harden.
Yeah,
for sure. So hopefully, I would love to see a Game 7. So I'm hoping they push it.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
For sure. Another series that I would love to see go 7 is the Boston Celtics, who were up last night handily. They were up by 12 with 8 minutes left and ended up blowing the lead. They ended up losing by 5 points to Milwaukee. Man, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were looking like absolute monsters in the fourth quarter. I flipped back to hockey. Mistakenly, I should have finished out the game. But yeah, the Celtics are down 3-2. They're heading over to Milwaukee. I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
I never like going down 3-2 heading on the road.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough position to be in, especially in basketball.
Yeah.
The home court advantage is unlike anything else. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. They could still get it done, though. It's been a pretty competitive series, and every game's been fairly close, I guess, except for what the first couple were.
First 2 games blow out each way.
Each way, though. Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind seeing a bunch of Game 7s. One I don't see happening is Golden State and Memphis, though. Ja Morant apparently is done for the year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
But Nate, the statistics on that is pretty crazy. Without John Morant this year, the Memphis Grizzlies were like 13-1. They also absolutely dismantled Golden State last night, 135-95 without John Morant. So, I mean, you got guys stepping up. I mean, you got Desmond Bane, you got Dylan Brooks. I mean, there's guys on Memphis that can stop Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, they still have some good pieces. Obviously, John Morant, they're the most prolific scorer in the NBA almost at this point. Having him out is going to suck, but I mean, they had a 40-point win, fairly statement dub last night. But yeah, it's 3-2. They're heading back to Golden State. I mean, I could see that closing out. But
I could see it almost going the other way.
Yeah.
Like a big one if Curry and the boys go off. So
exactly.
We'll see what happens. It'd be sweet to see that go 7-2 though. That'd be a nice push for Memphis without Morant.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. In the last series, Nate, the Suns and Mavs. Mavs down 3-2, so the Suns are up 3-2 heading into Dallas. I expect a big game from Luka tonight. I will be giving that best bet here shortly on television, but it's gonna go through Luka. I mean, their supporting cast isn't the strongest. I mean, you think that the Suns do have the better team, but he shot 25 times, both times at home. I expect 25 to 30 shots from Luka. If he heats up, has a 38-point game, dominant performance, I think the Mavs can have a chance. I just don't see it happening.
No, I know. It's going to be tough. I did expect the Suns to kind of walk through a little easier these first couple rounds, too, though. Like, even against New Orleans, like that thing was close. Game 6 was sick.
Yep.
It was so tight. I mean, they're basically on track to lose as many games in the playoffs as they did in the regular season.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which is incredible.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's going to be harder games. You're not going to beat up on the Lakers a bunch and the playoffs. So
yeah. No, exactly. There's they're all competitive teams once you get to the postseason. But I mean, we'll see what happens, man. I expect a big game from Luka, but I also expect the Suns to take it tonight in 6. But no, we're excited about the NBA. We're gonna have the semifinals established in the next few days, so we'll continue to monitor that. Nate, let's just kind of predict. You thinking Suns, Golden State?
Yep.
And then we're thinking Bucks.
I'd say probably Bucks.
Heat.
Yeah. My when I did my bracket, I had 76ers Suns in the final.
Okay.
So I'm kind of rooting for the 76ers here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, either one of those conference finals is great.
Yeah.
Whether you have Boston or Milwaukee, either way, and then if you have Miami or who am I forgetting here? Miami and then Philly.
Yeah.
If you have either one of those matchups is awesome. So I'm good with whatever. But I'm gonna say 76ers get it done in 7.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
I like it. All right, Nate. We're going to move into quarter 2 National Hockey League, where we're going to break down all the series, all the Eastern Conference series, and all of the Western Conference series.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Now we're into quarter 2, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, Nate. We're going to talk about the National Hockey League. In quarter 2, we've got, starting things off, we've got the Penguins. And the Penguins have been rolling. They're up 3-1. Igor Shesterkin, a guy who dominated in the regular season, has looked more than just... he hasn't been good at all.
He looks terrible.
He's been letting in 5 whole goals. 5-6 goals a game he's been letting in. And, last night he had a fairly strong performance. But, they got off to a hot start. The Penguins were up 2-0. They ended up losing Sidney Crosby in the second period with 6 minutes left. Didn't return to the game, which certainly killed the vibe. New York ends up winning 5-3, and they're heading to Pittsburgh down 3-2. Do you expect New York to make a push for their 7, or do you like Pittsburgh at home?
It might be. It's going to be beneficial for them if Crosby's out a little bit here.
Oh, my goodness.
Which
100%.
I imagine he's going to be. There's been a lot of head injuries, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to think that's going to be the case. Did you think the hit was kind of dirty or no?
True, but it was a collision. I didn't see where the puck was. I didn't see the location of the puck or even the location of the hit. I just saw kind of just the two of them kind of banging together in the slot. It was awkward for Crosby the way he fell, but
we kind of just had his head down getting ready to shoot, which is like not a shot at him. Like obviously you're going to look down at the puck.
Yep.
And then he just kind of got the arm up. I didn't think it was too bad though. Like I don't think he's getting suspended or anything. There was a lot of chatter about that going on. I was like, holy smokes! Like
look for a guy like Trouba, who's what is he 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah.
There's
tough not to hit him in the head.
Well, that's it. But we'll see. I think the Pens get it done, man. They've got a pesky team, man. This is a team that we wrote off at the beginning of the season. Yeah. We said that they're done. Their run is done. Man, they've got some depth guys who have just come alive in the playoffs, and they look really good, man. So we'll see what happens. And they're getting it done with Louis Domingue.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing.
Louis Domingue.
Like if New York, like this is one of those opportunities I think I said on the last podcast, like you got to take advantage of this guy in net.
Yeah.
Like you should be just pumping him, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Another guy's got 7 goals in the playoffs, Jake Gensel.
Yeah.
Absolute buzzsaw.
He just scores, man.
Yeah, he knows how to get the puck in the back of the net.
Wild.
But moving out west, Nate, we got the Calgary Flames in Dallas. So they go down 2-1 in the series, and you're like, uh-oh, what's going on here? Game 4 in Dallas, but Calgary with a gritty win, they win 4-1, and then they win at home last night 3-1. They've got the stranglehold of the series 3-2. They'll be heading to Dallas for Game 6. It's been a great series, man. One of the lower scoring series. Ottinger's been fantastic. So has Jacob Markstrom. I think Calgary's going to get this done in 6 games, but Daryl Sutter, man, he's got a wagon there, and I know, Nate, that they've been known to choke. I don't think they choked this one.
No, I don't think so either. But it's crazy though, as you brought up the low scoring in these games. It's ridiculous. It's like every period you watch, it's just like scoreless. It's an absolute goaltending juggernaut.
Yeah, it is.
Markstrom, Ottinger's unbelievable, man. Some of the saves he's making,
that glove save he made the other night on Toffoli,
ridiculous.
Yeah. Lucic got it out front, bumped it over to Toffoli, and just the glove, just leather was flashed. That would have been on Don Cherry. What were the Don Cherry movies called? Rock'em Sock. That would have been a Rock'em Sock'em save of the year.
100%.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I expect Calgary, if not to get it done in 6, get it done in 7.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get it.
But just another Canadian team out west, Nate, that's actually in much worrisome position is the Edmonton Oilers, who are heading to LA tonight. They're down 3-2, lost in overtime. Adrian Kempe drove wide, blew by Duncan Keith to give them the 5-4 overtime win. They are up 3-2, heading home.
Without Darnell Nurse.
Yeah, with the suspension, the headbutt, it's a greasy play, man.
Yeah.
That's a suspension. That's a big suspension regular season. I mean, you can't headbutt someone.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I mean, it's a Zinedine Zidane. Anyway, it wasn't to the chest though; it was to the head.
Yeah.
Wait, was Zidane to the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy went down like a ton of bricks.
Oh well, that's a soccer player.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens here, Nate. I think that Edmonton can win. But man, like they've been relying on their big guys. They were down. What were they down 4-2? I mean, Draisaitl scored 2 to tie it up. I mean, how much more can you rely on these guys? I think for me, the X factor is going to be Mike Smith. Can he get it done?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be. They're down here, and it's not like they've been unbelievable. They had the one game where they pounded them like 8-2, but then they come back, get shut out.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I just didn't expect this out of Los Angeles. Like when we looked at that decor, we were like, at the start of it, we're like, who's shutting down McDavid and Draisaitl?
Oh, it's, I expect Edmonton to win these next 2 games. I think it's going to be a gut check time because, I mean, if they don't.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like, if they lose, what happens here?
It's mayhem. It's anarchy in Edmonton. And, it's a lot of it I think will fall on McDavid and Draisaitl, and obviously you can't do it all, but you got to be big in these games, and I think that these two, and their goaltending, so management as well. Like we said at the deadline, you have to address the goaltending, and McDavid said in his interview after the game, like if you score 4 goals in a playoff game, you should be able to win. But the way I looked at that, it's like, dude, you were down 4-2.
Yeah. That's also true. You got to tie it up. You got to
anyway,
you got to keep the puck out of your net too. It's not
exactly.
Mike Smith is definitely like he's enough. Yes. Right now, anyway,
yes,
against LA.
Well, he finished the season on a 9-0 run.
Yeah,
he's not a bad goaltender.
No,
the Colorado Avalanche, they take care of the Nashville Predators in 4 games, 8 days, as Daryl Sutter called in his about a month ago in a post game press conference. This Colorado team's scary, man. They're really scary. They can get offense from nearly anywhere. They're fast and they don't mind the gritty stuff. Colorado, man, like this is your cup winner. How are you feeling about them going into the second round?
Well, pretty good. Yeah. I mean, you've got guys. You've got Makar, 3 goals, 10 points.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. McKinnon's got over a goal a game.
Yep.
You got Andrei Burakovsky ripping pucks through the net.
Yeah.
Literally through the net.
That was a snipe.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. Daryl Sutter saying that too.
Yeah, calls
8 days, then they were wrapped up pretty quick.
I don't know if it would have been 8 days with a healthy UC Saros.
No, I
think he
don't.
might be able to sell because
they would have stole at least a game.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But no, it was a sweep and Smashville. See you later. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens there, Nate.
In Nashville,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
sure.
You
got Philip Forsberg up.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's a UFA.
Yeah. He's making like 6 right now.
Yeah.
Big year for him.
Yeah.
Massive year for him. Surprise, surprise contract season.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with him. He'll be a nice acquisition for any team that can get their hands on Philip Forsberg.
No kidding.
Team like Ottawa.
That would be absolutely massive.
Yeah. Team like Ottawa.
Massive.
Nate, the Hurricanes have dominated the Bruins 3 games at home. They have just absolutely stomped them. The Bruins have the pace of play. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much of a difference it is from rink to rink. Yeah. I mean, in Boston, it's much closer games. Obviously, the Bruins have taken care of the Hurricanes at home. But the Bruins, they can't find their game. They missed Charlie McAvoy in Game 4 with COVID. Anyway, he gets back. Private jets to Carolina. They end up getting pumped. I don't know if they can get it done in Game 6, man. I haven't liked what their consistency obviously hasn't been great, but I think that if they do get it done, it's going to be 3 guys. It's going to be Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak. Absolutely humming on the offensive side of things. They had 16 points in the first 2 games. They were reunited at home. It's going to be on them. We'll see what happens, but Carolina just looks like the better team overall.
They do. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston pushes it to 7, though.
Yeah.
They get the home game. I mean, every home team has won so far, obviously.
Yep.
And, if you get it to Game 7, who knows? The boys come out swinging.
This is one team too, man, that knows how to play up against, backs up against the wall, and knows how to dig deep. A lot of leadership in the room too. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Just for me as a fan, my expectations are low. I just, I haven't loved their performance in Carolina. And then at home, obviously, you get that juice, you get that jolt. You're like, yeah.
Okay, we're back, yeah.
But then if we go back to Carolina, I mean, they're going to have to do something. It sounds like Hampus Lindholm might be back, which could be huge because he is, it's your big acquisition at the trade deadline, and he's been out. But we'll see what happens, Nate. Toronto, man, what a Game 5 they had. Unbelievable, down 2-0 early. You're like, is this going to be a Game 4, rewind? Are they going to get absolutely pumped again? Like, there's no way. Anyway, they come back and end up winning 4-3. An electric game.
Game of the playoffs thus far.
Definitely,
no doubt.
Definitely. Willie Nylander, he's thinking he's like going to be the GOAT of the, the GOAT in the bad way of the playoffs. And did you know that you could use GOAT as like the bad, like the GOAT is like someone like the worst, like the person who's like
the whipping goat?
The whipping goat, yeah.
Some kind of thing, yeah.
It's like the person who puts yourself in bad situations, I guess. I don't know how to explain it.
I just think that guy gets so like
he's the whipping boy.
Bad rap, man.
Yeah,
it's so ridiculous. Like he scores 2 goals in Game 4. But
everyone's highlighted the play of him not going into the corner against Chernik.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, like, geez.
There's a lot of forwards in the league not going into the corner for that puck.
100%. I see it every game. Marner doesn't do it.
No
one says anything about him.
Johnny Gaudreau's not doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
no shot.
If you're an undersized guy, I mean, that's just kind of like, and if you don't play with that sandpaper grit, I mean, that's just kind of like, you're just not going to win that puck battle.
It was kind of a tough one, though, because like he had Chernak beat.
Oh, he did.
And he just kind of let out. It was, I mean, the guy is big.
You do got to take the hit, but I mean, we'll see what happens. With Willie Nylander, but I did want to say, Nate, he happens absolutely nipping to go up 3-2 off the post on Vasilevsky, and then the Marner pass, the pad pass,
per textbook. I know,
unbelievable.
Got Matthews at plus 850 there for 7th goal scorer too. So how are you?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So so the Leafs are up. They're heading to Tampa. I mean, now it's got check time. You've been in the playoffs. You've been to Game 7s. You haven't been able to get it done since 2004. Do these guys have it in them to get it done?
We'll see. I don't think they're going to win Game 6, but I think they can wrap it up at home in Game 7. That's what I'm going with.
What it is, the game will be decided, in my opinion, in the first 10 minutes of the game. Can you weather the storm, and can you put doubt in Tampa Bay's mind that these 2 championships are all they're going to get?
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
You got to weather the storm.
And you see it more often, too, once you get in these late games, like 6 and 7. Like, you get those games early, or those goals early, sorry. And then it's just, after that, it's like kind of just weathering it.
Yeah.
Holding on.
Exactly.
I also wanted to speak on, too. I don't know. I want to hear your opinion on this.
Sure.
But holy smokes, dude. Like, Spezza goes out and talks to Jack Campbell after the 2 goals, This guy's being praised like he just, cured world peace.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, whatever he said to him, it could have had an impact for Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee it didn't change the momentum, and the speeches that he's given has changed the momentum in the series.
That's the other thing, too, that they were saying about his
leadership in the room.
Well, it's like, how long are we going to hear about this, like, speech in the locker room? It's like, well, what did he say?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, it's great if he's a guy that can make you run through a wall. Obviously, it's very beneficial in a dressing room. But his veteran presence, and that's awesome. But I mean, the impact of the game, he's not having much on it.
No.
So
no. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go talk to the goalie, I just can't believe how it's like.
Oh, it was blowing out.
It's
up.
Ridiculous, dude. Yeah. It's vintage.
Nate, I just want to mention before we conclude quarter 2 of the NHL that St. Louis is up 3-2. Then close it out at home tonight versus Minnesota. That's a series I can see going 7 games
for sure.
But we'll see what happens tonight.
Yep.
In Minnesota, and see if they've got the gonads to tie things up and head back.
Yeah, there's some guys having some big series over there. Tarasenko's been popping off.
Jordan Kyrie's had a couple absolute foolish goals.
Kaprizov has 7 bingos.
Yeah, Kaprizov looks money.
He's looking great.
He's a guy, yeah, he's going to be a star player for a long, long time, man. He's incredible.
Yes, he is. So,
but
wouldn't be surprised to go 7.
Yeah, no, me too. That'll conclude quarter 2 of the NHL. We'll continue watching those playoffs, but we're moving into the halftime show, and it is a favorite. Shout out to our Twitter account. A fan on Twitter reached out and said, you haven't done the playbook in a while, so we're bringing back the playbook.
We are.
Nate, it is time for the playbook. I'll start things off here, Nate.
Okay.
You're in Las Vegas for the first time. Things are moving and grooving in Las Vegas. Vegas is a wild spot from what I hear.
Yeah.
Your first trip to the ATM, what is your play?
What's my budget?
Let's say you got 10K.
10K budget?
Yeah. If you spent 10K though and you went home, you'd be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend that much.
No.
If my budget was 10K.
Yeah.
I would, the first run, I'd take out $1,000.
Okay.
And I would see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on, like, I feel like that could last me a while, depending on, like, I'm going to be playing exclusively blackjack.
Yeah.
And that is going to be
$25 hands, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, if you get 1,000, like, why not, right?
Like $25 minimum bets, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll roll with that. And then I'd probably just, like, kind of chill with it.
Yeah.
Take it kind of easy. And then I'd probably take out another 1,000, like, later in the trip and do that way.
Yeah, $2,000 gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
That's a good play.
Yeah. I mean, pretty safe bet.
Yeah. The only issue is that once you get the beverages flowing, the free beverages.
Yeah, it is tough. Those chips start flying.
Well, that's just it. You know,
They do.
and money becomes less of a concept the more beers you have.
Yeah. Especially if you get up a little bit.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, geez, I'll throw 50 here.
Yep.
And you lose. And it's like, oh, geez.
$1,000 hand.
There goes that 50,000. Imagine just walking in, putting it all on black on roulette. Like, and I'm going back to the ATM. All right. You ready for your first one?
Yep.
All right, Greg. You have been talking to this chick.
Okay.
Okay. You know, you're in the early stages. You're just kind of texting, a little bit of Snapchat action.
Okay.
You know, you haven't hung out yet, but it's getting there, you know?
Yep.
Still trying to woo her a little bit.
Yep.
So you're in a golf tournament.
Okay.
Anyway, she's volunteering
at
this golf tournament. So she's sitting on one of the tee boxes. And by shitting, I meant sitting on one of the tee boxes. So she's there and you go up to hit your tee shot. And you've been talking to her. You've been like, yeah, I'm pretty smooth with golf, you know. You absolutely blow it completely off into the road, gonzo ball. What is your walk away phrase as you like walk away from the ball? Like a quick witty phrase that you're going to pop out.
I was a little nervous there.
What?
I was a little nervous there.
Oh, that's what you're gonna say. Oh, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I was a little nervous there.
Okay, I thought the delayed thing, and I thought you were saying.
No.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I think that'd be the line.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was a little nervous there, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
that's a good one.
And just kind of say that, you know, obviously you were thinking about her and she was on your mind during the swing. I don't know. I mean, I think that's what I'd go with. Top of mind saying. I mean, obviously it's not a pretty sight, I'll take a mulligan.
Yeah, I'd probably go with that was pure.
Yeah.
So,
that's interesting, Nate. We're gonna stay on the golf course for your second one.
Okay.
So you are paired up with the 3 most attractive women at the golf course. You're really excited about it. You're out there. You're teaching them a few things. You know, you're helping them out with the golf side of things, and you're excited. You know, you're strutting around with the 3 girls. You're being smooth. They're laughing. They're loving life. But on the second hole, you soil your shorts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you let one fly out of nowhere. You had no idea. You thought it was a fart. Boom.
Oh my God.
What's your play?
Tough one to pull off. I'm thinking
it's coming through your shorts too. You can see visibly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be like, ladies, listen. Hell of a day out here. As you can see, I have there's feces in my pants. I'd be like, this normally doesn't happen.
Yeah.
As you can probably imagine, I'm a grown man. I don't usually deposit feces into my pants.
Yep.
But I am.
So you're letting them know that this has happened.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of tough, you know,
okay.
Because
I think you may be able to sneak away,
walk off, or what do you do? Or maybe I just like pretend to bust my ankle.
I just think
do a little chop out.
I think
sneak away.
I think you say you left your cell phone at the pro shop, or I'm just going to jog back quickly, and buy new pairs of everything.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad call.
Get carted back out.
But if they can see it,
I don't know if they're checking for it though. Like they're like,
I'm just thinking of how I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to walk backwards away.
You're going to jog. You're going to hope they think it's sweat.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
I don't know.
Go with that. I'm probably just going to wear it and be like, guys, I shit myself. I got to go get some pants.
For sure.
And then I'm going to walk back and it's probably going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. Holy smokes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't imagine I'm ever in that situation.
Well, you
tough one to. Well, yeah, you don't ever know.
No.
All right, Greg, you're away from work. You're away for work for a bit.
Yep.
And your wife gives you a call while you're out.
Oh no.
And she tells you, honey, I just picked up a dog.
Oh.
This thing is a thoroughbred pit bull.
Oh.
It is a rescue dog.
Oh.
For the last 6 months, it's been living by the LA River.
Oh.
This thing has been.
Is there a river in LA?
There is.
Okay.
There is. And this thing's been down there, and it's been, whatever it's been doing, it's been living for 6 months. And when you come home, this dog, you're a stranger. She's bonded with the wife. You're a stranger to him. What is your move with this dog?
I'm going to have to probably wrestle it.
Wrestle the dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show it who's boss.
Or get it. Or I'm arriving home with a big, like, cooked steak or something for the dog and say, whatever its name is, come over here, give him the steak, then start petting him, get to know him.
Yeah.
Then you got to spend some time with him. The next few days, you're spending all that time with the dog.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
You got to bond that thing quick.
You've got to create a bond early.
You do.
That's my biggest worry with kind of rescue dogs is like, holy smokes, like they're unpredictable.
Yeah. What did someone do to you?
This is the one thing with having a breeded dog is that you train them and grow up with them from
day one.
So you can kind of understand unpredictability. You know, like that. If something were to happen, it's like that's completely out of character.
Yeah.
Like you understand, you can predict what your dog's going to do.
For sure.
If you don't know them, you have no idea at any moment what could go down.
Or just what's in its head from
from
one little thing it
life.
remembers. Yeah.
Anyway, just to mention it, just a side note is Russell Wilson and Sierra just got a dog, and PETA tweeted at them saying, "I can't believe you just got a new dog from a breeder. Like we've got all of these rescue dogs." It's like,
God, dude.
Anyway, we're not going to get into that, Nate.
Holy smokes. Dude, you can get whatever dog you want.
Yeah.
Like what?
All right, Nate, this is an interesting scenario for you for your third playbook.
Okay.
You have gone to the beach with your significant other. Mm-hmm. It's a scorching hot day. You're the first two to arrive.
Yeah.
You decide, I got to go hop in the water.
Yeah.
You hop in the water, it's freezing cold, but you spend about half an hour out there swimming around. You're bouncing around. You're not paying attention to stuff, but once you come out of the water, you understand now that it is a nude beach.
Okay.
And you're walking back. You got to remember here, this water was freezing.
Yeah.
So you walk back, and your girlfriend's fully nude, and she's expecting you to join her on this nudist beach.
Okay.
But there's people around, and there's some serious packages hanging around, and you are dealing with a half an hour in freezing cold water. What's your play?
Okay. Oh wow. I'm just whipping them off.
Okay.
Either that or I'm getting like close to the water and maybe giving it the old like shake around, trying to get it moving a bit, warm it up.
You ever see like couples like cuddling on a beach? Like what at a nudist beach? Can you cuddle on a nudist beach?
I mean, it's definitely showing some different cards. It's not a lot of people think you'd be cuddling.
No.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think my play, I want to go to a nude beach.
Okay.
Real bad.
Okay.
Like I want to see what it's all about.
I've walked across one in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for the most part, I think it's just going to be mostly older people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, with all due respect, I think I'm going to be doing all right with a cold horn. Yeah, I think that's my move. I'm just gonna whip it off and even I could do the old cover up for a bit, do the old stretch out.
No, let's get the back tan early.
Yeah, my fear is just impromptu erections.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens.
Okay.
And so I don't want to be sitting on the somebody walking by or it's just anyway.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an
interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, wow. All right, Greg.
Yep.
It's your first day. Dream job.
Okay.
You're going into this hour-long mandatory meeting right before. Like this is at the start.
I just want to say I'm currently working my dream job.
I know, but it's theoretics.
Okay.
It's theoretics,
Okay.
You got this. But
if I had a different dream job, okay.
Yeah, so we're just saying anyway. Yeah. Damn it all.
Keep going. Dream office job.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, we're just like it's a good opportunity, I guess we'll say.
For sure.
All right. So anyway, you get in there. It's your first day.
Yep.
Your boss is like, you have an hour-long mandatory meeting to start off. Like, they go over some stuff. He says, listen, guys, like, go use the bathroom before.
Oh, no.
I don't want to hear it. Like, you're in here for the hour. There's nobody's leaving. Go use it now. You'll be okay. This is it. You're in here for the hour.
Yep.
You're like, okay, you go to the bathroom. 45 seconds in.
Yep.
As soon as you sit down, that door's shut. You start getting the old back groans, the stomach groans. And cramps. You can feel it coming. Cramps. Bad, very bad cramps. What is your move? And it's coming within 5 minutes.
This is my move, and it's greasy.
Oh, no.
It's pull out my phone.
Yeah.
And say, I am so sorry. I've got an emergency, and I need to take care of this.
Okay.
And I leave the office for the day.
For the day?
For the day.
Okay.
And I say that, one of my family members was rushed to hospital, and I needed to get there.
Holy shit.
And I go back the next day, and I say, listen, that was very atypical. That never happens. And obviously, being my first day on the job, I would never leave. I want to be here, but this came, in an opportune time.
Holy smokes.
What?
I don't know.
That's just,
I don't know. That's kind of some karma, no?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
What are you going to do there? Just blow it all in your shorts and
yeah, I mean, it's probably better than being completely screwed.
Well, you're not just going to go to the bathroom. He's like, go to the bathroom now.
Yeah.
Like you've got to leave for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the move.
Yeah. I think that right there was 1 million IQ. What I just pulled off in the middle of that meeting.
It would be, because he wouldn't be thinking it. No. He'd be like, well, something clearly happened.
This guy's a stand-up guy. I just hired him into this huge role, and I love him, and we built a good relationship, and clearly this doesn't happen frequently.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to conclude the playbook.
Yeah. I went down some dark, strange routes that time.
It always does. It typically does. But, Nate, we're at Q3 MLB. We're going to talk Yankees. We're going to talk Christian Yelich. We're going to talk Guardians.
The boys.
It is time for Q3 of the Daily Intermission Podcast, Season 2, Episode 38. Nate, the Yankees sweep the Blue Jays. They are off to a 22-8 start. They got Aaron Judge leading in home runs. This is the best 30-game start they've had since 2003. What are you thinking about the New York Yankees?
I'm thinking they're absolutely juiced.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
They're looking great.
They're looking terrific. 22-8 is outrageous.
Yep.
I mean, it's a tough division in there in the AL East, man.
Yes,
you got the Jays. They're not playing particularly bad baseball. I mean, they've had some tough goes against the Yanks.
Yep.
It's just a shame they got to play these teams so often, I guess, is the thing.
For sure.
But, the Jays are kind of coming, what are they? They're pretty close to 500 now, are they not?
Yeah.
I think so.
So, I mean, it's very early. These are two teams that you wait for the Jays heater. Because the Jays are going to go on one.
And the Yankees are going to go on a bit of a slump.
There's
no doubt.
For sure. So, but yeah, man, they've been such a great team, man. And they took care of the Jays, obviously, in a sweeping fashion. So, this is a dangerous team. And if you like Aaron Judge to hit a home run,
I do.
You do.
I love him.
Plus 240.
Plus, yeah.
But this is yesterday, folks. So
so hopefully by right now he spanked one last night.
That's correct.
We're in the money.
Nate, Christian Yelich hits for the cycle. First cycle this season.
Yes.
Third of his career. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is impressive. What the things that got to go down for this cycle to happen?
I more think mentally.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think there's a point where it's you push for that extra base? Like, say you hit a dinger early, then you get a triple, or no, say you get a home run, then you get a double and a single, and now you got to get the triple. That's a tough one to pull.
100%.
Like that last one, a triple is so man, things got to go your way for that.
Man, I was thinking, what happens if you start the game off with a triple, hit a dinger, hit a single? You need the double.
Yeah.
Because you've got to keep it in the ballpark. Obviously, it's a well-hit ball.
Yeah.
Or it's a stinger down the line. I mean, triple and double for your last one. Mentally,
you got to get those out of the way early. Ideally, you'd want to go triple, then nail a double.
Yes.
And then probably hit a dinger and be like, okay, I just got to get a base hit
just
here.
Get on bat.
I'm not even going to push.
You could bunt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would probably not look the best.
No.
It's like he's out here bunting, trying to get a single so he can hit the cycle.
Yeah. But I mean, it's an incredible accomplishment. Yeah, to have 3 in his career, that's unreal for a guy like Christian Yelich. Nate, the Guardians and White Sox game yesterday was postponed due to COVID, a COVID outbreak. I swear, if this continues to linger around for longer than this season, starting next September in the NFL, I will lose my mind, man. I can't believe that this is still around. Like,
It's especially just how it is now. Like, it's nothing.
but the thing is that it does wipe you out. Like, it does wipe you out for a few days, and if it gets buzzing around the stadium, then your team, you're not going to be able to play. So I guess you want to keep it contained. It's just shitty, man. It's so shitty that this is still around. And a guy like Charlie McAvoy misses Game 4 in the Bruins series due to COVID, and you got Drake Bathurst in front of the show, unable to go. He's on his way. He'll be playing in Game 1, but missing the preliminary games with Team Canada because of COVID. It's still around, and it sucks.
It does suck. It especially sucks just because, like, these guys, had they have a flu that was the equal to what they're going through, they're going to play.
Yep.
You know? But it's just the fact that it is COVID that they have to sit out, which sucks. But yeah, I'm hoping it wraps up soon. I mean, it's kind of crazy to even see it still. Like, I thought it was kind of in the rear view a few months ago.
It's so surprising.
Now it's just like you get the odd one and you're like, oh my goodness, dude. Like, what? Like,
surprising to see.
It is. It's a shame.
Your guy, Juan Soto, in Washington, hit his first home run. He's got 6 in the year that had multiple RBIs. His first 5 home runs of the year, all solo shots.
Holy smokes.
Which is just unfortunate for your RBI statistics.
That is tough for the RBIs.
But, he ended up hitting a 2-run shot last night. Juan Soto, he was at the Caps game too. Big Caps guy.
Yeah.
This guy's an all-around beauty.
He is a beauty, dude. Unbelievable guy.
Yeah.
What like on that the World Series team when they were there, man. What a squad.
Yeah.
Scherzer.
Crazy Eyes Scherzer.
Buddy. Scherzer and the boys.
It's funny. You look at the top of the standings right now and you look at teams spending. I mean, look at the Dodgers, look at the Yankees, look at the Mets. All spent through the roof. All at the top of the MLB. So is there a correlation between spending and results? We shall see.
Yeah.
Seems to be right now early in the season.
I mean, you still got the Rays right there too, though.
Yeah.
We know that spending ain't high.
No, exactly. Yeah, Billy Beane. He's analytical focused.
That is true.
Reed Detmers, Nate, throws a no-hitter for the Angels. If he can get going, he was a first-round pick a few years ago, throws a no-hitter. This rotation could be fairly deadly. You got Ohtani pitching lights out. You got Thor. It could be Noah Syndergaard. He's there, right? Noah Syndergaard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's another long-haired, blonde-haired. I think it is Noah Syndergaard.
I was going to say, because I don't think he's in...
he's not in New York anymore.
No, and I was just thinking, maybe he was in... No, yeah, he's on the Angels. Yep.
So I mean, those three. If you get this young kid who's throwing no hitters, you get Ohtani, you get Noah Syndergaard going. I mean,
you also have Mike Trout absolutely buzzing on every single cylinder, no demand.
Yeah, best player in baseball. So I mean, they haven't had a big playoff run with Mike Trout. It would be awesome to see him win a World Series. I'm kind of on the Angels wagon this season. If you haven't got that vibe from the podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just wish they would bring back that old. Do you remember that old logo they had? It's like kind of the light blue. Oh, I'll show you when we're done the episode.
Yeah.
Holy smoking tins. I would love to see an Angels run as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams I'd like to see go though. Like I wouldn't hate seeing the Mets make a run.
Yep.
I want to see the Jays do well. I know you wouldn't like it, but I like the Yankees. Obviously you can't stand them.
I don't want any success for the New York Yankees at all. I do want to mention though, Nate, Canadian Josh Naylor, one of the better names in baseball, Josh Naylor. The Guardians were down 8-2 earlier in the week on Monday. Josh Naylor hits a 3-1 dinger and a grand slam his last 2 at-bats to win. Canadian boy, wanted to give him a shout-out. He is an awkward man in terms of build. But kind of a pudgy guy. Wears the baggiest stuff. But a 3-run dinger and a grand slam to end up winning that game. I mean, Canadian boy Josh Naylor on the Guardians. Shout out.
I'm also going to say, just from our TikTok the other day, I believe he's a no batting glove guy.
Oh.
I believe he is a no batting glove guy.
Okay.
Or he switches in between.
Yeah.
I want to say he didn't have them on during the absolute
I
clinic,
find that's
though.
Insane.
Dude, yeah, the vibration. Like, you wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference.
What happens if you got 100 miles an hour off the hand?
Oh, dude. Yeah, peace.
I'm not sure that a glove gives you much protection, but it gives you a bit.
It does, especially on a wood bat when you're hitting. Like, it kills the vibration quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, Nate, that's going to conclude the MLB talk. We'll continue to monitor that marathon. And next up in quarter 4, Nate, we're talking PGA Tour.
You.
All right, folks. Episode 38, season 2 of the Daily Intermission podcast. We're talking PGA Tour, and it is official, Nate. The PGA Tour will not grant release for players to play on the Saudi League. So if you choose to go play on the Saudi League, you will lose your PGA card. This is interesting development. This is an interesting development out of the golf world. So if you choose to go play in this Saudi event, you will not be playing on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely... There's got to be a few people that are now maybe not thinking about going. You'd have to reckon, eh? Or are they just completely punched out on it and saying screw it?
Yeah,
I just don't think this league's going to last that long.
Because the only major sanctioned by the PGA Tour is the PGA Championship. All the rest you could play in.
Okay.
The Masters you could play in.
So you wouldn't need
Open,
the card?
You could play in. You wouldn't need your PGA.
Okay.
Yeah, and the British Open obviously wouldn't need to be a member of the PGA Tour to play in.
Okay.
So you'd have 3 majors on the table, plus you'd be getting paid all this money over in the other tour. So I think that these guys are still going to do it. I think Sergio,
yeah.
I think Phil obviously, Phil, like this whole gambling, ordeal that's kind of coming out with Phil Mickelson is kind of scary. But I think this is the entire motive. Do you think this week coming up, Nate, next week, I should say, we'll get into the AT&T Byron Nelson here in a moment, but we've got the PGA Championship next week at Southern Hills. We've talked about it, but Phil and Tiger are going to be in the field. Do you think the PGA Championship, Phil, the reigning champion, do you think they want Phil to just absolutely MC and get out of there?
Probably. I mean, he's got pretty bad rap around the community right now.
Yeah, he does.
You got the gambling stuff. You got the statement.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, you think what you're saying, like the PGA Tour? Is that what you mean? Yeah, like they're hoping, like
just the general golf world.
The general. People, I would think, yeah. There's not going to be too many people, I don't think, rooting for him.
No,
would you? Like,
no, I don't think. I think that people will want Phil Mickelson to
miss the
cut, and to kind of conclude his PGA Tour career. I mean, we'll probably see him in the majors. Who knows, man? People are really upset with his.
Is he going Saudi Honey? 100%.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do think that's locked in.
Jeez,
but
wild,
Nate, let's talk a little bit about the AT&T Byron Nelson.
Yeah.
In McKinney, Texas this week at TPC Craig Ranch. It's going to be interesting. The field's pretty big. I mean, obviously an event before the majors. Guys are looking to get tuned in on their games. Friend of the show, we've had him on the podcast, Kyle Wilshire, Monday qualified, which is just extremely impressive. He shot -6 to qualify, and he'll be playing in the event. Who's your one and done pick?
My one and done is Xander Schauffele.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Schauffele. I mean, I'm getting down on guys. I've had a tough year with it.
Yep.
I've still got Rahm in the back pocket.
Yep. I do as well.
I have Koepka as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure when I would use him, but he's definitely going to be used.
It's scary because Koepka dropped out this week, and with the tournament next week, I might go U.S. Open for Koepka.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I might throw Rahm on it.
Yeah, he's for U.S. Open. Yeah, defending champ.
Yeah.
I might want to done a big test this week. Aaron Wise.
Okay.
83rd in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is nobody else is going to have him. That's for true.
No, I think he's going to have a sneaky good tournament. I'm an Aaron Wise guy. He's had a few top 10 finishes this year, and if he can putt, man, he's similar to my guy Willie Zalatoris. If he can find his putting stroke, he uses the big broom like Adam Scott. It's funny, man. These guys who can't putt on tour, they try all of these different things, an assortment of methods to try to putt. But anyway, we'll see what happens. My best bets, Nate, were Aaron Wise, Willie Zalatoris, and I forget my third, Jordan Spieth.
Yep. Yeah, and I took
Sam Burns,
Sammy B.
Yep.
Sammy B. He was almost my one and done pick too.
Yep. Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Fleet.
Yep.
And what was my other one?
Tommy Fleetwood, Sam Burns, and
my one and done.
Xander
Schauffele. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So those are the best bets. You can find those on our Instagram page. Next week's the second major. We're all fired up for that, Nate. But that's going to conclude our little short quarter of golf, and we're moving into the fire wagon and dog water of the week.
Yes.
And my fire wagon of the week, Nate, is a defenseman from the Colorado Avalanche. His name's Cale Makar. 4 games, 10 points. This guy's an absolute wagon. Maybe the best footwork in the league. They're going to be an absolute wagon. I'm giving Cale Makar my fire wagon of the week, Nate.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's a ridiculous amount of points for a defenseman.
Yes, it is.
And I think it's only suiting he gets fire wagon of the week.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Kirill Kaprizov.
Okay.
This guy just sneakily has 7 goals in this series. You haven't heard a whole lot of chatter about him.
No, you haven't.
That series is kind of under wraps just with the Leafs going on, some other series that are a little more notable.
Yep.
I'm going to go with him.
Cool.
Not Cale Makar, sorry.
Absolutely with Kaprizov, but I'm going with Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson, dog water
of the week.
Okay,
for a variety of reasons. Obviously, the gambling. I'm not going to harp on that too much, but Phil Mickelson leaving the PGA Tour, and my love for Phil has certainly faded, and I'm giving him the dog water of the month.
It's kind of crazy how this guy went from in a year's time, just like kind of like everybody was all over him when he won the championship.
Yep.
Loved him. And then
He hasn't been
completely opposite.
He hasn't been like a beloved character through his career because obviously he would go toe to toe with Tiger. All the time.
For sure.
You know, he was kind of the villain, but yeah, he's an interesting cat.
Yeah. It was just last year. Like he was just Twitter. He was
Oh,
God on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
awesome. I'm gonna go with my dog water. I am going to roll with Igor Shesterkin.
Okay.
I mean, this man is
Very fair.
probably still going to win the Vezina Trophy, I think.
Yep.
Peter, that's the consensus anyway. But I mean, if you took playoffs into consideration, he most certainly would not be. This
Yep.
guy's getting late. I mean, they even won last night. He still allowed 3 goals. So,
Yeah.
see what happens. I mean, he hasn't got a whole lot of help either. I mean, they're getting like 40 shots against per game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough. But I'm gonna single out the poor goalie and give him the dog water.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, fella. Well, that's going to conclude episode 38 of season 2 of the Intermission podcast, guys. Make sure you go give us a 5 stars on the episode. We appreciate you guys. Go follow us on all our social media, and we'll catch you guys on Monday.
Later.